my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to consider how to solve quadratic equation using completing the square method. In today's video, we are going to illustrate this using just two examples. Thank you as you watch the video. Now, we are going to solve this question 1 and question 2 using completing the square method. Now, let's take on question 1. Solution. 7x squared plus 10x equals minus 3. For us to solve this, the first thing we need to do is to rearrange the terms so that it will conform to the general form of a quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is how it will be like. X squared plus 10x plus 3 equals 0. So the next thing we do is to divide, to make the coefficient of x squared unity by dividing through by 7. Make the coefficient of x squared unity by dividing through by 7. This is how it will become x squared plus 10 plus 3 over 7 equals 0 over 7. Of course, you know that 0 over 7 is the same thing as 0. X squared plus 10 over 7x plus 3 over 7 equals 0. The next thing we need to do is to subtract 3 over 7, which is this constant term from both sides. This is to eliminate it from the left-hand side entirely. So this will be like x squared plus 10x over 7 equals minus 3 over 7. The next thing we need to do is to take half of the coefficient of x. Take half of the coefficient of x, square it, and add to both sides. Take half of the coefficient of x, square it, and add to both sides. So taking half of the coefficient of x is like this. Half of the coefficient of x is 10 over plus 10 over 7. This is what we have. And there are 1 over 2 times 10 over 7, which is 5 over 7. So this is half of the coefficient of x. We have squared it, and this is what we have. We're going to add it to both sides of the equation. So on the left-hand side, we have x squared plus 10x over 7 plus 5 over 7 all squared equals minus 3 over 7 plus 5 over 7 all squared. So we have succeeded in adding 5 over 7 all squared to both sides. What do we do now? Now, when we are dealing with completing the square method, on the left-hand side, we look at the terms that are squared. What do? We just consider them and try to enclose them in a bracket like this. Then we try to simplify the terms on the right-hand side. This becomes minus 3 over 7 plus 5 squared is 25 and 7 squared is 49. This is it. We are not done yet. The next thing we need to do is to simplify this place by taking the LCM of the denominators, dividing the LCM of the LCM by each of the denominators, then multiply their result with each of the numerators. So this will become x plus 5 over 7 all squared equals 25 over 49 minus 3 over 7 by rearrangement. And this we have the LCM as 49. LCM of 49 and 7 is 49. And we'll divide this by this. 49 by 49 is 1. 1 times 25 is 25. Minus 49 divided by 7 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So we have x plus 5 over 7 all squared equals 25 minus 21 is 4 over 49. Now, we have to take the square root of both sides in our quest to find x. So take the square root of both sides. So this becomes square root of 4 over 49. If we do that, we have x plus 5 over 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of 49 is 7. We now subtract 5 over 7 from both sides. If we do, we'll have x equals minus 5 over 7 plus or minus 2 over 7. We try to resolve this by taking the LCM, which is 7, divided by 7, multiplied by the numerator, we have 5. We'll put plus or minus 7 divided by 7, we have 1. 1 times 2, we have 2. Therefore, we have x equals minus 5 plus or minus 2 over 7. So this means either x equals minus 5 plus 2 over 7, or x equals minus 5 minus 2 over 7. X equals here minus 3 over 7, or x equals minus 7 over 7, which is x equals minus 3 over 7, or x equals minus 1. This is the answer for the first question. So if we solve this and follow the steps religiously, we are supposed to arrive at this. So for the second question, let's move to the second question. Number 2, we have 9 plus 8m minus m squared equals 0. By rearranging terms so that we have a positive m squared value, we'll have rearranging terms, we have m squared we have m squared minus 8m minus 9 equals 0. This is our value, our rearranged terms. The next thing, we already have the coefficient of m squared as unity here. So that step is gone. We'll move to the next step. The next step is to add 9 to both sides so that we'll transfer the constant term to the right-hand side. And so we add 9 to both sides. If we do that, we'll have m squared minus 8m equals 9. Next thing we need to do is to take half of the coefficient of m, square it, and add to both sides of the equation. So if we do that, we'll have half of m. What's the coefficient of m? The coefficient of m here is minus 8. You take half of it. Half of it will be 1 over 2 of minus 8. You square it. So this becomes 1 over 2 times minus 8 all squared. So if we cancel this, we have 4. So it becomes minus 4 squared. It is this minus 4 squared that we are going to add to both sides of the equation. So we have m squared minus 8m plus, they say add to both sides of the equation, plus minus 4m squared equals to 9 plus minus 4 squared. So when using completing the square method, you look at the terms on the left-hand side and look at the terms that are squared. Then you work on them by taking m, one of the squares, then you take the term that is squared here. The term that is squared here is minus 4. You take it, you just take those terms alone and square it. You are done with the left-hand side. For the right-hand side, you just need to simplify the term here, the terms there. Plus minus 4 squared is 16. So this becomes 9 plus 16 is 25. So this becomes m minus 4 all squared equals 25. Take the square root of both sides. Now quest to finding the value of finding m. So take the square root of both sides. So we have m minus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 25. This is equals plus or minus 5. Hence, n minus 4 equals plus or minus 5. So, we add 4 to both sides to find n. Add 4 to both sides. And this becomes n equals 4 plus or minus 5. So it is either n equals 4 plus 5 or n equals 4 minus 5. Therefore, n equals 9 or n equals minus 1. This is the answer. So with this, I believe it is now clear for us to see how we can apply the completing the square method to solving quadratic equation. If there are questions arising from the solution of the quadratic equations, the two quadratic equations in this video, please drop it on the comment section, and I will do well to attend to every question. Thank you.